Welcome back to the APP Dallas Open Women's Doubles Semifinal number 2 coming your way. While the players get warmed up, we get a chance to bring you the week that was in Chicago in our Vlasic Pickles Instant Classic.
We're coming home again. The APP is an icon in its own right. The first Pro Pickleball Tour returns to its roots along the North Shore of Chicago. Golden coming out on fire. This return and Chris Haywood captures.
So Fudge is really making Jardim move.
Nice angle there from Jardim. Howells and Klinger in the dark shirts.
Crash, a little drop shot, shake and bake.
But it's Newell and Howells that win the point. On Sims all over the court. On Sims, forehand winner. And for the first time, Mari Humberg and Eric on Sims are golden. Barr puts it away with the overhead. Bonnie Oshiro captured the gold medal in straight games.
And plenty of action simmer Biomet Chicago Open.
What a week it was in Chicago, and we're not done with the 2024 APP Tour. We've got one more stop on the West Coast, APP Newport Beach Open at the end of this month, October 23rd through the 27th, and then we'll see you in 2025 for the APP Tour Fort Lauderdale, January 15th through the 19th. Visit the app.global for more information. Dom, I cannot just believe that I said see you in 2025.
I'm just getting used to 2024, and now we're on to 2025.
So we're 10 months in.
Yeah, I know. I'm just getting used to it.
I know. It takes a minute.
What happens?
Takes a minute here. All right, let's turn to live action now. Women's semifinal number 2 on the court here at the APP Dallas Open. You just saw Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman lock in their spot in the women's doubles gold medal match. Who will join them? We'll find out. It's between Simone Jardim, 44 years old, out of Naples, Florida, but originally from Brazil. She's one of the trailblazers for women in pickleball and still holds her own on the court every time she steps onto it. She's partnered up with Allison Harris, 30 years old, out of Nashville, Tennessee. Harris and Jardim have played a few times together, won a few medals, looking to add to it here in Dallas. On the other side of the court, they have 2 players who have a decent amount of experience here on championship court. That's Emily Cederquist, getting all warmed up. Emily is partnered with somebody we've already talked about here on the stream today, and that is Yana Newell. Newell taking home the gold medal in women's singles already from here in Dallas and looking to add to it. She's based out of Kansas City, Missouri. So let's get to it, Don. Welcome back to the booth.
This should be a very good, another very good semifinal match. That first one we just had went down to the wire. Game 1, game 2 went the way of Braverman and Fudge, but again, now you have the team of Cederquist and Newell trying to move back into a championship match, a gold medal match. If they do, we will get a rematch of Newport Beach.
There you go.
Or, excuse me, not was it Newport? No, it was,
All right, game 1.
Oh, man, all these cities running.
I know. Well, it'll come to us, but I do remember that.
Time in.
It was recent.
It was.
0-0-2.
Where Cederquist and Newell won.
Yes.
Point.
Ball left just a little bit short off the paddle of Jardim, so it's Cederquist and Newell with the first point of this second women's doubles semifinal.
1-0-2.
1-0-2 for Cederquist serve.
So this would be an interesting thing for the look. So Cederquist and Newell typically are going to play straight up. They're not going to stack one lady to
0-1-1.
one side. They're going to play straight up and give Jardim and Harris a few different looks.
Great finish that by Cederquist there, getting the ball down in the middle.
Well, they're not going to shy away from a firefight, our Newell and Cederquist. They're going to stay in that.
0-1-2.
Any firefight, it's who's going to be able to get the ball down first. That's too good right there. Cederquist recognizes that Jardim steps over the center line to take this drive. All Cederquist has to do is redirect this ball to the vacated area. She does it perfectly.
1-0-1.
1-0-1. Newell with the serve.
That's a great drive right there from Emily Cederquist. Knowing the wind is in her face, she's going to use the wind to her advantage. She puts some shape on this ball, lets it dip, and then Harris goes just a little wide.
It was in Newport Beach.
Yes, it was. We were right.
We were right. I don't know why we second guess ourselves. Because Newport Beach was a while ago. Actually, that's why. Back in the 4th of July weekend was when we were in Newport Beach. 2-0-2. Cederquist with the serve.
Oh, I want to see Jardim just reset this ball. That ball never came up. I know they're in that firefight, but great job from Newell and Cederquist to just slow that down right there.
Cederquist with the serve, up 3-0 here in this first game. That ball missing just wide off the paddle of Cederquist.
Yeah, nice little inside out there. I like that from her. It's the right spot. She just got to take a little off it.
So it'll be a side out, and Allison Harris with the serve.
That's a great step back from Cederquist. Simone Jardim peels her off that kitchen line on the backhand. You watch this here. Peels her back off, and then she fills middle right here and covers the speed up so nicely.
This next point well executed by Allison Harris on the finish. Two-handed backhand just inside the sideline to get them their first point of this first game.
1-3-2.
Second women's doubles semifinals. 1-3-2 for Jardim serve.
Point.
Oh, Yana's going, wait a minute. The net bent all the way back and then rebounded the ball back on her
she
side.
ripped it because she took a full swing at it. Almost too big of a swing. She's got to shorten that up just a little bit.
Point.
Great finish there. Simone Jardim ties things up.
Well, good recovery. She was out of position a little bit because of a nice cross-court dink from Cederquist, but Jardim recovers nicely, gets the overhead.
Oh, just barely on that side. Cederquist winds up, but what a dig from Harris. Jardim gets a paddle on that one, but just misses the sideline. So it'll be a side out. Here's another look.
Great dig there from Harris on the first one. And the second pops up again. Cederquist finds a good spot in the middle.
Chance here for Newell and Cederquist to regain the lead.
Second serve.
That ball just cut a little too much off the paddle of Cederquist.
3-3-2.
Second serve. Oh, Cederquist sensing Simone Jardim was off balance, goes back to the same spot, gets the point.
She almost hesitated enough that she wasn't going to get that ball out of the air off the drive from Newell, but a good job from Cederquist getting in.
Oh, and that ball just gets the baseline So it makes it a 5-3 lead here for Cederquist and Newell.
Well, nice little backhand flick here from Newell, getting to the kitchen line in time, and then flips this ball nicely into the wind, lets the wind knock it down. Oh, that ball got on top of Cederquist, but again, because the wind is in their face, that ball's going to get on her a little quicker.
3-5-1. Second serve.
Second serve after that forehand goes into the net.
3-5-2.
Off the paddle of Harris.
Side out.
That ball just left short. So it'll be Cederquist and Newell with the ball back on their side and a chance to extend the lead.
Point.
Here's the key on that lob. Cederquist knows that Jardim is going to get this. So she lobs it up, she hugs the kitchen line, and is able to read the pace off of Jardim's paddle.
Good lead there by Allison Harris. Second serve for Cederquist and Newell.
Six, 3-2.
That ball out of bounds, so it'll be a side out here. Harris and Jardim with the chance to cut into this 3-point lead here in this first game. So both of these teams have won gold medals before, Dom, and I feel like we're seeing that back and forth. Both teams experienced. Both teams know they can win a medal.
Yeah, you talked about it. Talk about the 8 ladies we just had in the semifinal. Yes. All of them have gold medals on tour except for
3-6-2.
Glauca, Carvajal, Lane. Now, if Glauca is healthy, wow, nice ball by Cederquist down the line. But if Carvajal Lane is healthy, which she typically is not, she's got back issues, she's had them for years. If she's healthy, I'm telling you, she is a very good player, and she's been in a lot more gold medal matches.
Absolutely.
Nice drop there from Newell. Little inside-out forehand to the sideline.
So it's a 7-3 lead here. Cederquist with the serve.
Oh, gee, how many out balls these ladies going to play right there is you have Cederquist looking over at her dad in the stands because I think her dad was trying to call her off that one right there.
Second serve.
She did not listen. Neither did Jardim on the first one.
It's just so much easier to call it when you're not in the point.
It's way more fun to play those balls.
It's like the ultimate backseat driving.
Right.
To have a crowd member call out the court.
3-7-1.
Simone Jardim with the serve, trailing by 4.
Wow, Cederquist sitting in the middle on that forehand. Again, it's good positioning from her. The ball's on the sideline opposite her. She knows the speed-up zone she's got to cover, and that lane is the middle. So she sits heavy on the forehand. If she gets beat backside, it's going to be by a dink.
And again, you hear the wind whipping on championship court. Cederquist and Newell managing to find a way to get points despite how much that is gusting right now. 7-3-1, Newell with the serve.
When you talk about the wind, too, I'd probably say 8 out of 10 players, if it's really windy, will prefer the wind in their face. They like to rip the ball. They know the wind will knock it down. And that's what you'll see is you'll see a lot of players like that wind in their face, And that's what you're seeing here on center court today, is a lot of teams that are winning games on that, say, top half of your screen right there as we go to our kitchen cam or our baseline camera, because that wind's in their face over there.
3-8-1.
That ball missing just wide. So it's a second serve here for Harrison Jardim.
3-8-2.
3-8-2 for Allison Harris. And that forehand ripped into the net off the paddle of Jardim. It's a side out.
8-3-1. Second serve.
That's a great dig cross court from Jardim. And she dug that ball out, that nice drop cross court from Newell.
8-3-2.
Oh, Cederquist just getting two on top of that ball, sends it into the net. Side out here.
Bush tries to double up, go backside on Jardim twice.
3-8-1.
And that ball floated to her where she should have went cross court with it.
Second serve.
That serve sailing just a bit deep. Second serve.
3-8-2.
That ball just on the sideline, I believe. Oh, no, excuse me, just misses. Sorry. Just misses wide. So it'll be 4-8-2 for Allison serve.
Point.
It's pretty fun to see Allison Harris and Simone Jardim doubled up here in women's doubles, because since the moment Allison has burst onto the APP Tour in 2023, she has credited both Simone Jardim and Chad with how much she has dedicated and has believed in herself that she can become a professional pickleball player. It was at one of their camps that she decided to really give it a shot after working as a wedding photographer in Nashville. And
Side out.
nothing Simone could do about that one, but it's always cool.
It's a replay.
He hit the ground.
So,
Well, but it did end up on the bar, so
it's a replay.
yes, it is a replay.
So it's always cool, Dom, to see somebody like Harrison Jardim, whose journeys in pickleball, especially for Allison, are so intertwined.
Yes, 100%. And you hear that, so many stories like that around pickleball, all the time, whether it's at the professional level or the amateur level. You hear those kinds of stories all the time. It's what makes pickleball so great.
Point.
So a replay on that last serve, because the ball came back and landed on the bar.
Yeah, so around the crossbar that is about 6 inches off of the ground.
So the replay of the point serves Jardim and Harris well as they start inching their way closer to the lead that Newell and Cederquist have built up. And just like that, I believe it was a 3-8 lead that Cederquist and Newell had here in game number one. And now Harris and Jardim sit just 1 point away from tying things up. So Cederquist and Newell want a moment on the court to talk things over, try to stall this momentum. Tom, what is it about Harris and Jardim that makes them so dynamic as a duo?
Well, again, they're going to grind. They're not going to give up. They're down like 5, and now all of a sudden they're within 1. And so, again, they're not going to give up. They're going to continue to grind here. And you let Newell and Cederquist play. They started playing a little loose, almost a little overconfident for a little while. And now all of a sudden you have a team with the veteran Simone Jardim on it and the newcomer Allison Harris, and now they're feeding off of that energy and that momentum. Timeout here from Cederquist and Newell. I like it. I probably would have called it at 6. Give yourself a 2-point cushion, but they still have a 1-point cushion. Got to get this side out here. But a nice little run here from Harris and Jardim as they get back in this first game. And again, we've talked about sides being a factor. The side
Receiver,
Newell
one
and
timeout
Cederquist are
remaining.
on
Server,
is the side that most teams are winning on in today's game on championship court. Today's match is on championship court. So it's a very important one for them to start off well and continue to get this. If Jardim and Harris come back, you'd almost consider it a steal of game one.
When it's such a fine line. That ball gets pushed wide. You want to keep playing the way that you're playing when you have the lead and not tense up, which we see a lot of teams do. But then when you sort of stay so loose that you don't keep to the game plan, it's a fine line to walk when you have a lead, especially when you're taking on an experienced team like Jardim and Harris, who have the ability to get back in it, as they've done here in game number one.
We saw it in the last semifinal, right?
Yep, absolutely.
You had Glauca Carvajal Lane and Susanna Barr, who had 3 opportunities to close out game one, and then Braverman and Fudge come all the way back and win it.
Side out.
And just like that, like we mentioned, this was once a 5-point lead for Cederquist and Newell. And not only have Harris and Jardim gotten themselves back to the point of tying this game, but they just held them scoreless on a service side. So a moment to watch here as Harris and Jardim have a chance to tie things up.
Oh, and again, if Jardim has the wind in her face on that ball right there, ball's going to drop. 100%. So when she sits there and says, okay, I'm going to store that one. I'm going to take that shot into the next game. That's going to be a successful little flick and pull of the trigger there for her.
That ball missing deep again. And like you said, most players want to play with the wind in their face for probably reasons just like that.
Yeah,
Ball goes deep twice in a row, and now it's Cederquist and Newell with a chance to extend their lead.
Point.
And they do.
Jardim really tries to rip this hard cross-court backhand dink and just comes up on it just enough that she gets it off the edge of the paddle. Wow, that ball got on Cederquist again. And she looks over and is like, I'm not moving my feet, and that's exactly what's happening. She's getting jammed up on these hard returns.
That ball missing just wide, so Cederquist and Newell gain another point, but have to give the ball back with Harris and Jardim still way too close for comfort, trailing by 2. Jardim with the serve, trying to make it 1. Instead, big finish there from Emily Cederquist.
7-9-2.
Another big finish there. Yana Newell with some authority on that overhead.
Well, finally able to get on top of that right here is, again, nice firefight from all these ladies. But you're going to watch Newell finally get on top of the ball and get that down at Simone Jardim's feet.
Point.
Change of pace drop from Yana Newell, the little inside-out cut forehand drop.
And it's a game point opportunity here for Yana Newell and Emily Cederquist. Goes for the lob, and it lands in.
Wow, unreal right there again. That's Yana Newell knowing the wind is in her face. So again, as she sits back on this, she has both Jardim and Harris getting to the kitchen line. She's just like, I'm going to flip this up and see if this drops, and it does.
Here's another look at the game point.
Again, it's a third shot lob right here and just gets up and over and lands a good 3 feet in.
Good awareness there by Yana Newell and Emily Cederquist. They take game 1, 11-7 here in our second women's doubles semifinal. We'll be right back with game 2 at the APP Dallas Open.
Live stream here with our
typical insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
The APP is sponsored by LS, official on-court apparel of the APP Tour, Pro XR, innovation you can handle, and USA Pickleball, official sanctioning body of the APP Tour. Welcome back to Championship Court Women's Semifinal number 2, game number 2, coming your way next. Earlier today, we had some fantastic men's doubles semifinals action. This is our Fulfill Raising the Bar moment of the tournament. Dom, this was fun to watch.
Yeah, again, right now you have Max Manthau, Eric Lang, Nunnery, and Jack Monroe. Some incredible firefights. But you had Lang and Manthau coming out, and then you have Will Howells just finishing off that point right there. Beautifully done. We're going to have a couple great gold medal matches in men's and women's doubles.
One team has already locked in their spot for our women's doubles gold medal match. That's Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman. Who will join them? Game number 2 underway now. Emily Cederquist and Yana Newell took game 1. Ooh, Allison Harris almost gets that around the post to shape enough to fall him down.
Well, she has it right there, but again, into the wind.
Yeah.
It's a little tough. She's got to cut that through
0-0-1.
and whip it around.
Point.
Newell and Cederquist seem to be picking up where they left off in game number 1. Dom, what has made them
1-0-1.
just be able to rhythmically get these points? Because they have gone on big runs, but it hasn't been, you know, in quick succession. It just seems really steady.
Well, again, it's going to be the continued pressure that they're going to have to put on. But they're going to have to put on a little more controlled pressure on this side because the wind's at their back here. And so far, so good for them. That's a great reset there through transition from Emily Cederquist. And they're picking up right where they left off and just how they started game number 1.
They had an 8-3 lead before Harris and Jardim made things close again in that game. But that time,
as soon as Cederquist went to hit the lob, as soon as it left her paddle, she wanted to go grab it and pull it back because she's like, what in the world am I hitting a lob with the wind in my back like this? That ball ended up about 9 feet out.
She was like, you know, that won me game 1. Let's just do a little heat check.
Point.
The heat has been checked.
I like it. The heat's checked and it's just too hot.
Too hot. Too hot. Bring it back.
4-0-2.
4-0-2. Newell with the serve. Great spot there down the middle, and Cederquist and Newell with a 5-0 lead in this game number 2.
That's a good ball from Newell right there. She takes something off. It creates some shape down the middle. And you had Harrison, Jardim, no one covering right there.
Good get out of the way there by Allison Harris, and it'll be a side out.
Well, you watch Jardim here after she hits this. She stands straight up because she thought Cederquist was going to let that ball go wide. She doesn't, but then Cederquist hits it out.
Great job by Jana Newell finding the open space in the middle. Second serve.
0-5-2. Ball. Gotta let me call the score. Side out.
So a little early serve there from Jardim before the entire score was finished being called.
So it'll be a side out and a chance for Newell and Cederquist to extend their lead. What a spot. Jana Newell goes cross court for the forehand winner.
So it's not a bad lob here, right? So Harris sets up this lob. Cederquist gets it, but Harris has got to go back to Cederquist. She goes right to Newell, who's up at the kitchen line. It's just the wrong spot to go to.
Point. Timeout. Receivers. 7-0-1. 1 minute.
So a timeout called on the court by Harris and Jardim as Cederquist and Newell take a 7-0 lead.
Game 2. Newell and Cederquist have come out of the gate
here
strong
in game number 2.
Lead 7-0 over Jardim and Harris.
So we already know one team that's going to be playing in the women's doubles gold medal match. Later on, it's Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman.
Yeah, they came out on top. It was a tight one in game 1, and then they had it under control in game number 2. And this is the last point right there that gives them that semifinal victory. And Braverman and Fudge punched their ticket to the gold medal match. And it looks like we might have a rematch of Newport Beach with Jana Newell and Emily Cederquist on cruise control in game number 2, up 7-0.
7-0-1.
But if we know anything, Dom, it is that you cannot count out Allison Harris and Simone Jardim.
Second serve.
As they come out of the timeout and push Cederquist and Newell onto their second serve.
Nice little inside out again from Cederquist. I like how she doubles up there. She goes one time, Jardim gets the first, and she goes back behind her again instead of speeding that ball up. High level IQ play there from Emily Cederquist.
And it's an 8-0 lead.
Point.
Little mishit there from Cederquist, but hey, AJ, when it's going good, it's going good. And right now, Cederquist off the edge guard.
Jardim doing everything she can to get a paddle on that ball, but can't get it back over the net, loses her paddle in the process.
Again, it's Cederquist going hard, sharp cross court right here.
Point, game, match.
And just like that, Emily Cederquist and Jana Newell have punched their ticket to the women's doubles gold medal match. Take game 1, 11-7. Game 2, 11-0. Leaving no doubt. We'll be back at the APP Dallas Open in just a moment.
Searching for gold, they have staked their claim. They'll be in the finals here shortly.
Point, game, match. 11-0.
Dallas Open center court. All right, Rockwell, Texas. We will be featuring next up our men's twin doubles finals match.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science, with natural and plant-based ingredients, and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Ora Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
So welcome back live to Dallas Open for the APP. Here's our last 2 points from the women's second semifinal match where Jana Newell and Emily Cederquist come out on top. Again, a very clean second game for Cederquist and Newell. Playing really nicely. You had Emily Cederquist last couple points really moving that ball side to side well. And then again, a mishap on the serve to end it. And that'll punch their ticket to the gold medal match where they will face Jill Braverman and Megan Fudge. AJ McCord is courtside with Jana Newell and Emily Cederquist.
So fun to see the way that you guys dominated, especially in that second game. What did you tap into?
We had a strategy going into it. The wind is crazy, so we tried to stick to our game plan as much as possible, and it worked out in our favor this time.
It absolutely did. You've locked in your spot in the gold medal match. Jana, you are already taking home a gold medal from here in Dallas. But in order to take home another one, it's a rematch against Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman from Newport. What do you have to do in this next match to bring home another gold?
I think we will just try to do the same thing. You know, as Emily mentioned, the conditions are tough, so we just got to stay disciplined, keep each other accountable, make sure we adjust our shots a little bit on each side, and keep the energy going.
Keep it up, ladies. We'll see you in the gold medal match. Dom, send it back to you.
All right, well, Chad, again, we got 2 good gold medal matches coming up. The women's one going to be a rematch of Newport Beach. Really looking forward to that one. What are you looking forward to on the guys' side of things?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a new face in Mark Doncourt and Will Howes in there. Will Howes used to the pressure of the final. Lang and Mantel used to the pressure of the final. I think Doncourt's going to be
a target.
Yes, and he's going to have to step up and get his feet under him really, really quickly.
It's never easy to win a gold medal here on the APP Tour, and we cannot wait to see who is going to walk away from it. Thank you so much for joining us here on the live stream.